I want to say to you, my man, as your reverend, I want you to keep on keeping on. Victory is in sight. It may be so high you can't get over it. It's so wide you can't go around it. It's so deep you can't go under it. You got to go in the gate. I'm gonna tell you, in conclusion, he who sits on the red hot stove shall surely rise.
Thank you for taking the time to support, to listen, to just join us on this journey with this podcast. I truly appreciate every aspect of the love that I'm getting from everybody about continuing this and just keep going and things of that nature. We're just going to go straight into our usual poems of struggle. This actually comes from the brother Langston Hughes. Talks about the deaths of the youth. We need to listen to this very carefully. This is for the kids who die, black and white. For the kids will die certainly. The old and the rich will live on a while. As always, eating blood and gold, letting kids die. What they saying is basically how I interpreted it is that we're just taking from the youth but not giving any knowledge to them. It's just like when I was a kid, I would just benefit from an older black man telling me what I need to be doing to stay out of the nonsense and things of that nature to benefit my life in some way as a youngster going into adulthood. So I had to go through the struggle on my own, not having that guidance of any older man telling me what I should be doing as a young black man. So we need that, and we need to continuously have that. Basically, we're going to go into supporting these black ventures. Please support the film War Room, directed by the brother Alex Kendrick. You can find this, I believe, on Netflix and other streaming sites. Please give that film a shot. As far as books, support the brother Michael Eric Dyson's book, The Black Presidency. This comes about the brother Obama. This talks about everything from him being the first African-American president and things of that nature. Please take a look at this book. It's very beneficial for the culture. As far as clothing, support my brother Fig Side out there in Los Angeles. Please support his whole movement, everything he's doing. Go to figsideclothing.com. Support. We need to just continue support each other because this is the only way we're going to benefit as a people and also as a culture. Without any less, I'm going to go straight into my guest. This brother, everything he's doing, everything that his movement is doing is so beneficial to the people and beneficial to just what we need to do, just not sitting back and not doing anything. The brother took his camera, got his brothers together, and did it. Boom, Pacino, thank you for coming on the show, brother.
Not a problem, man. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it, brother. Not a problem. Most definitely, please, can you give them just a simple history, my audience, about your movement and the things that you do, brother?
Well, yeah, I created a website called Respect Life, and we started actually last year, 2015, February 2015, we dropped the first episode, and pretty much it's word of mouth and social media. It started picking up, and it turned into a situation. I mean, like, it was just me, pretty much. I used to direct music videos, like just regular, like local in the hood or whatever. I make music as well, so I rhyme and I rap and all of that too. And a close friend of mine, his name is Oliver Clavette. He's a director as well. And I asked him one day, yo, what would I need to? I want to do a little short film, or a little, not a feature film, not a big Hollywood movie, but I want to do a little movie, whatever the case is. And he let me know, like, yo, you get this camera, you get this editing program, or whatever the case is. You get your little laptop, or whatever. That's just the beginning right there. And I did it. I followed his advice, and pretty much Google and YouTube were my tutors. I learned I learned how to edit from using, just Googling everything and YouTube, and then I started doing videos for the guys in the hood or whatever the case, my friends, and it started to become a situation where I would pretty much a sold out director in the hood. Like, you know, I started getting paid for doing videos, and I'm like, all right, cool. Now that I think I got this editing program down pat, let me give this little movie thing a shot. So me and a friend of mine, we wrote a little script, and we never put it out. Of course, I don't know, just little things happened, and we never put it out. And I tried again, like later on, I tried again. I did a little short film, and that also never came out. So, like, beginning of last year, I said, well, listen, man, if I don't do this now, I'll never get to do it. So, you know, I'm like, I wrote the script, and I, you know, my close friends of mine, like, yo, listen, I want you to play this part. You play that part for me. You do that, and we did it. And we dropped the first episode, and we just kept rolling after that. It took, like, in the hood, like, people up in Backstyle, whatever, they kind of grasped to it because, you know, I have a lot of supporters in Backstyle, at least in Backstyle. So I figured that even if it don't take off, at least for the hood and for us, we'll just watch it ourselves and just like it amongst, you know, us. It's something just different to see us on the screen. We never did that before, so it just kind of, it felt funny doing it. We all had those kind of, those butterflies and seeing ourselves like acting, because we don't act, you know what I'm saying? And it was cool. By the time we did like second episode, third one, I mean, it started buzzing through the hood, and then, you know, like I say, social media pretty much helped us out a lot. I mean, and that's, you know, it just became a situation, and now we're on our second season, and now it's pretty much definitely a situation going on. That's only thanks to the you guys, the supporters all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, the viewers, they pretty much got us to this level that we are right now. We still moving, we still working, we still got a lot of work to do, but we very, like me, myself, I'm very, very thankful of just the response and the receptiveness to people have given the show, man. So, you know.
Boom. That's the basic understanding that our people need to understand, that what you were saying as far as you wanted to do it, but then something came up, you didn't get it done. You wanted to do it, then something came up, you couldn't get it done. Then you just sit down and you reflected and said, okay, if I don't get this done, it's never going to get done. The problem is, a lot of us do have dreams. A lot of us want to accomplish things, but we allow the dominant society to tell us that we can't do anything on our own, so we just sit down and never do it. Or because it's not at a certain level, we believe we don't have to. You knew, like my friend told me to get a laptop, to get a program, and get the right camera, and go do my thing. I didn't have to get no budget. I ain't have to get no Hollywood fucking this or that. You just went and did your thing. That's why I applaud you for what you do. I applaud your other brothers for what you do, because that's pretty much what you need. And even if it's just two motherfuckers looking at your stuff, brother, it is what we need, because you actually did it, because other people aren't doing. Boom. I don't see it happening, brother. Exactly. Like, I don't see other people doing it other than you, brother. But can you speak about that? Like, how far it is, how the community was receptive to what you was doing and everything like that?
Well, you know, of course, you know, in the beginning stages, of course, man, like, you know, we come in on the heels of another web series that really pretty much took off. I mean, like, before we did it, it was many web series, or whatever, many, like, other, you type in Brooklyn web series, you'll see web series from, like, years ago, but they never really took off. And we coming up with the heels of one that actually took off. You know what I'm saying? So when we first dropped, we were getting, of course, like, yo, you know, this is a knockoff Money and Violence, whatever. And I'm saying, no disrespect to them. I salute everything they've done for, you know, everything they've done. They have families. I'm sure they have families, and they want to get everybody. Like, the key is to just pursue your goals and try to get your family out the hood. If that's what you want to do, I think that's the goal for me and my people or whatever. So I would assume that anybody living under the same condition that in Brooklyn, you know, I figured, you know, like, hey, we're all trying to get our kids out the hood. So, you know, much success, much I salute them. I mean, but anyway, back to this, our situation in the grassroots, we dropped it, and it was pretty much like, you know, y'all, this is corny, y'all, this is a fake Money and Violence or whatever, shit is whack, whatever, you know what I mean? And then, you know, as time going on, you know, a few episodes go by, you're like, wow, these it's not like Money, it's not like that show, it's pretty much different. These dudes, and, you know, I caught a lot of slack as well, so, you know, I have issues and things in my show that it's pretty much like taboo not to touch on certain things. I mean, like, you know, like we got the homosexuality, whatever. I caught a lot of flack for that when I first started the show, whatever. And I mean, you know, oh, y'all got the faggot shit in here, yeah, you know, all this homo shit going on, that shit is whack. It'd be good without the homos in it, whatever. So, you know, but people who know me know that if you don't like that, then that's going to make me want to do it even more, because at the end of the day, whatever problem you have with homosexuality, that's an issue that you have with the person in the mirror. That don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know what it's like, you know, to be discriminated against. I come from a family, of course. We from, you know, as African Americans, we know what it's like to be discriminated against for something that's so petty as just the color of your skin. So, you know, if you're going to discriminate somebody because of their sexual orientation, then you are no better than the oppressor that we were trying to fight just to have the basic human rights. I look at it like that. Now, I had these debates. That's why I put things like that in the show, because I done had these debates. But there's nothing wrong with that. I debate that, and everybody got a right to their own opinion. But me, so when I feel strongly about something, I'm going to do that. I'm just me. So we caught flack for stuff like that, and I kept going. Of course, I don't care. And I'm saying, you know, that's the world we live in. You got to talk. Like if you got a problem with homosexuality, then that's on you. I'm not a homosexual, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not. I don't have. I'm not. You know. I don't have a problem with as long as you respect me, I respect you. That's my main thing. Just respect me, respect my space, and I will do the same to you. I don't care what you like. I don't care as long as you're not out here raping people and going crazy. You know what I'm saying? If it's consensual, if two men love each other or two women love each other, by all means, live your life and be happy. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We all gonna die one day. We all share the same fate. So just try to be happy and just leave your mark in the world however you can. You know what I'm saying? So we caught that flack in the beginning stages, and just sort of thing, like, we hit like, the HIV. I show the ignorances, but the dude, it's a character that his name is G. He had HIV or whatever, and he was dealing with the studio, and the dudes don't want to touch him, and yada yada yada. It was just certain things that we was hitting on in the beginning where people were like, this show is not really all that. But then after a while, I guess I don't know, the people just started gravitating towards it because I was just sticking to my guns, and I try to always bring a little bit of sense to all of the ignorance. I always try to drop a little something. It's they told me like, just make it. I like to spark that thing in your mind. Like whatever it is in your mind is happy to make a person think. It's just a speck of a good debate. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like it's a dude in the show that well, this is later on. Now after the whole beginning, now we here. You know what I'm saying? We here now. So now I still gotta push these little things that have these debates. Like there's a guy in the show. He's his name is Dre. He plays a rat, and he read it because he had a situation, and he read it on the dude that robbed him for $250,000 or whatever. He never seen him again. The dude disappeared or whatever, and when he was in jail, he in his interrogation room, I guess, whatever the case is, they bring these pictures out, and he was one of the guys in the picture. So he told against him to reduce his charge, his time from 17 years in jail to 4.5 years. That was his justification for doing it. Now that in the streets, people like that no matter what your time is, do your time. You're gonna come home one day. Don't be a rat. But then you have the upstanding citizens like, listen, man, if somebody steals $250,000 from me, and if I get a chance, I'm gonna tell on him. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? These are just debates that we that we have in the hood or whatever. And I think it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? So we here now, and we had these issues in the beginning, but right now I think people are really just expecting me to have these little controversial things in the show now because this is what got us here.
But I think also on that point, boom, I think our culture, we got to stop looking at things as though we can only have individual things. We never had Family Matters beefing with the Cosby Show. We never had a different world going against living single. It was always, we had those things because we needed to see images of ourselves. It's not that you like money and violence. You different from money and violence. But it don't matter. We still need to see images of ourselves. My son still need to see y'all so he knows, okay, these are some positive brothers. They created this concept and they put it on the screen for me to have some image of myself. Because they don't got that. These kids don't see themselves. And when they don't see themselves, they go outside of who they actually truly supposed to be. So I commend you guys for doing it. You and the money and violence dudes. Because pretty much you did it. Because you didn't just sit still and just was like, yo, when I get on, outta. Oh, when this pip pop, outta. You didn't do none of that. You was just like, yo, let's do this and whatever happens, happens. That's what we need, man. Go ahead, Boom.
No, I'm agreeing with you. That's exactly what it is, man. I agree. I agree with you 100%, man.
But it's like, I don't really know as far as like when you was a youth in Brooklyn, brother, did you really see that? Was it really difficult because you really didn't have a lot of the old heads telling you how you needed to move or things of that nature? Like, how was it in Brooklyn?
Well, it's pretty much, it was, I mean, I think in every hood, man, you got the good and you got the bad. I'm saying, me coming up, it's like, I had, of course, it's always going to be somebody, I think, that's going to, try to tell you, hey, man, like you should go to school, young man, go to school, young, I'm saying, but there got to be a certain level of respect, because I done heard that all my life, but it's like, if you don't if you don't respect that person, it's like going in one ear and right out the other. And I'm saying, because we all hear shit like that. I mean, I know when I was a kid, and I'm saying, if I was doing the wrong thing or whatever, you hear that stuff like, yo, just playing school, man, because but they don't really show you the consequences to your actions. So it's like you have to learn on your own a lot of times. Like, where I came up at, like we have to learn on our own. We didn't have that in our home. Like, yo, if you don't have a mother or a father that's really, really staying on you, like hard on you, like letting you know, disciplining you when it's time to discipline you, but then also showing you why they're disciplining you, and also letting you know, like, yo, every action is a consequence. If you don't have that in your house at first, it's pretty much it's going to be hard. So it's hard. No, I see it all the time. I see it now. I seen it when I was a kid. I'm seeing it now, and I'm saying it's hard to like really stray a kid away from doing the wrong thing when he's not being. It's in the house, man. It starts in the home, man. I've been through it too. I've been through that stuff when I was young. I'm saying, like, doing a lot of the wrong shit and just having to learn on my own, like, and it's just, thankfully there are people that came into my life that you just introduced me to, like, it could have been one person, because I can't say too many people. I think like one or two people when I was young that really, the way they move, I just admired the way that they move, and I'm like, damn, like how why you, as a kid, you're like, damn, what you doing? He's like, yo, this the type of books I read, that shit is corny, man, and you see this cool person that's really got knowledge, and you're like, damn, this dude is reading like stuff like Malcolm X. When you were a kid, you wonder, like, well, I know me, when I was like, I wonder why, how all these buildings in Manhattan, and like, why, like, why I never been no black president? And why, this is before Barack, of course, I'm saying that, like, why I never been, like, why is all of the people that own these buildings, like, they don't look nothing like us, and you ask these questions, because I always ask a lot of questions, and I think that's one thing that the kids, the youth need to do. They need to they'll never stop asking questions, because that's how you get answers or whatever. And, I met a person that, he pretty much introduced me to a lot of stuff, like, going back into the civil rights movement and all that, just seeing what created the atmosphere for this to be going on today. You know what I'm saying? I was just lucky. I think I was one of the lucky guys to just have one or two people that can, and I actually listened to them. You know what I'm saying? And I started wanting to learn. I started wanting to know, like, yo, what's this all about and what? I started asking thousands and thousands of questions. I was seeking those answers. You know what I'm saying? You can ask, and if you don't really care, you're not going to seek for the answer. But I always ask these questions. I wanted to know. I wanted, like, I wanted to do that. I wanted to know everything. Like, I don't want to be in the dark about anything. I want to be in a room where I could just have a conversation where it could be doctors. So I always want to have something to add. And if I don't have anything to add, I want to listen, just to hear, because I wanted to take in that info. And it's like one or two people in my life that got me like that, because I wasn't always like that. And I'm just thankful for it, because I think every kid needs somebody that they admire, that's smart, and that's that's positive. Because you could admire a real negative person, and it just turn you into a negative person. But when you see a cool person, or if a girl sees this powerful chick or young lady in their life, whatever, like that, they happen to be just positive. I think we need those positive role models, and I just had one or two in my life. He was locked up. He came home, and the way he moved was just cool. And he got to read a lot of books, I guess, and he fed me with that type of shit. And I just was on my journey, and I wanted to know everything, and that's pretty much created me. Like dudes like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, and like Gandhi. These guys are pretty much the guys that because my father died when I was young, so these guys are pretty much like my father figures. You know what I'm saying? So I try to internalize a lot of that, and I moved with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you first learn about the whole slavery, I went through all of the emotions about being angry of what society did to our people to where now you get over that stuff and you move. You know what I'm saying? You learn to be non-partial. Racism, you can't be racist because every white person is not racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was white people in the civil rights movement as well that they died on the line. That's where we get the terminology nigger lover from. You know what I'm saying? Nigger lover, that terminology came from white people that was really helping black people. They didn't like that either. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you learn a lot just by opening your eyes and just asking a lot of questions. And that's I see a lot of the youth today, they don't really have that. Some of them do have it, and some of them do gravitate towards the truth, and they gravitate towards wanting to know. But a lot of them, in my opinion, I'm seeing that they just don't. And it's just like it's mayhem going on. So we try your best. I try my best. It starts at home. It starts with my kids, and and hopefully that'll just resonate. That whatever I give them, they can just they can express it on their daily lives. And when they go out and they it's just they're a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, man.
Exactly. Boom. Also, like, I just want to go over what you were saying, brother. And I think basically with the youth also, and I'm just talking about me when I grew up and I would see the older men that I looked up to and things of that nature. It was just basically, I just didn't want to see a chink in their armor. If you a man, remain a man. If you a gangster, remain a gangster. If you a killer, remain a killer. It's like when you start seeing them and they would try to change up to be something else. And I'm just saying as far as like changing their lives, wanting to be men taking their care of their family, because I respect that 100%, even when I was a kid. But I'm talking about on the point where it's like, oh, now you a crackhead, now you are this, or now you are that.
Right.
That's when it start making me feel like, okay, these old heads is done. I ain't listening to none of these old niggas because they don't know what they're talking about. So that's what I mean. That major disconnect change. It's like it's just the power of the men that was truly powerful. They never came back out. Boom. They did life. These kind of dudes that actually was good-hearted men in the neighborhood, wanted to build the neighborhood, wanted to build aloof, and they was busting their gun and they was doing wild, crazy shit. But when they came to our neighborhood, they was peaceful with the kids and wanted to chill and talk and help everybody. Those men don't exist anymore. Now it's just seemed like these kids is just following just on the basis of I'm just going to take as many Xannies as I want and pop somebody dome and call it a day. And that's why it comes with a disconnect with the older guys, because I'm an older dude now, and it's hard for me to connect sometimes with the youth, the really younger ones that really don't understand. And we get into debates about music. I just feel like you're destroying the art form that was made for us, and did we just letting them be marginalized into something that's really stupidity. It's just on a higher level. But what do you think about, like, as far as the music? Because you've seen the transformation, my brother.
I'm sorry? You said,
like,
I heard you said the last thing, I didn't hear what you said the last
yeah, as far as with the music, boom, like as far as with the change of the music, the lyrics and things of that nature, just the change that's in our community, how have you seen that? Have you seen that crazy change with the tight pants and things like that?
Well, yeah, music definitely changed, man. But, I think it's cool, though, man. I wouldn't expect music to change, man. I think everything changes. Like, even just fashion changes. Like, the world changes, man. It's on us to adapt to it. It's on us to not to lose the culture of the essence of music. I'm a dude that I love lyrics. I love to hear lyrics. I mean, no matter what you're rapping about, I don't care if you're rapping about good things or bad, whatever. You can tell a person put time with art when you hear how you put words together and stuff like that. I like stuff like that. I like to see a person really take pride in their art. You can rap about anything. I don't care rapping about, it can be anything, but as long as I know, you can tell when a person is like, I like niggas nice, like is nice, right? Get busy, you know what I'm saying? I'm from that era right there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that, but at the same time, I understand that the world is changing, the music is changing. I like the new guys, so I like the Panda, I like the I like a lot of I like a lot of music, man. My range from what I like is like it's really broad, man. I like a lot of music. I like the new guys. I don't like all of it. I'm not a fan of every new thing that comes out, but I'm pretty much open. If it got a dope beat, that's what it's turning into. Like, you got a good beat, you got a good hook. You can pretty much say whatever you want to say in the verses or whatever, and that's gonna rock. I mean, that's what's going on now. I'm not saying that I don't co-sign a lot of the, like a lot of the nursery rap or whatever, but it's cool, man. It's changing. Music is changing. You don't have to be that lyrical to stand out anymore. I'm saying it was a time when you had to be really on your pen game, nice, to really stand out. But now it's different. I mean, it's like more entertainment, and there's so much more money involved with rap right now to where I think it's cool, man. Man, I like a lot of the new dudes that's coming out. So I think that, because you do have certain artists that they stick to the culture. Like, you got your J. Cole, you got your Kendricks and all of them. I think certain guys, they were like, Jay Electronica. I don't know what's up with him. He's an album, but I really like him. I'm saying, like, there's certain artists that really get, they keep it relevant. I mean, but, I like A Boogie. I like a lot of the new guys out too, and I'm saying they get busy. Like, so it's cool. I like the variety of what's going on right now. It can't stay with the Nas, Rakims, and the big. They was dope, of course, but rap just can't stay like that. Like, nothing can stay the same. It has to change. You know what I'm saying? It's on us to adapt to it. Like, you got like Jay-Z. He's like, what, 40 something, like 47, and then they're gonna be 50, and he's still sticking with the time. Like, he's still nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's on us to adapt. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z is still, like, to me, the best MC in the game right now. You know what I'm saying? And even though he ain't dropped nothing, but you know when he do get focused and he want to rap, son is the nicest thing on the wax, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's just adapting though, because a lot of dudes that came in his era, they're not even here no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try, they start. They complain about what rap is right now. When this shit, nah, son, ain't no about. No, don't complain. Adapt, change, and stick to the art. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is sticking to it. You could tell Jay-Z, he loves lyrics, he raps, but he know how to. He know how to throw somebody like, I'm gonna throw Future in this hook right here, because Future down with that. Jay-Z don't like to harmonize. I mean, he ain't one of them niggas that harmonize with that. And that's what the music game's coming to now. Niggas are harmonizing a lot. Like, yo, dude, let me get you on a hook. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's just common. If you really love hip hop, you gotta change, because hip hop ain't gonna stay what you want it to stay. It's gonna people out there. It's the kids coming up right now that's popping, and they don't care about Biggie. They don't care about Nas. They don't care about the old school dude. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Some of them do. You can tell, like some artists, like I say, the J. Cole and them. Some of them do care. They do, like they do their homework on the history of hip hop, but a lot of them don't care. They don't. You can hear them. You can hear them in the music. Like they don't know about what they don't know about no Coochie rapping, all these like Big Daddy Kane. They don't care about none of that shit. They like, yo man, whatever. That was your time, your era. Who cares? This is my era right now. You have that. You can look at it as disrespect, but you can also look at it as like, yo, times change, man. And if they don't want to do their history, it's not their job to do it. Music is music, and if it's coming from your heart, spit it out. I'm saying it might be trash to you, but one man's trash. Beauty is only in the eyes of the beholder, man. So you might think something is trash, somebody else may like, yo, that shit is dope. I'm saying so. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for the change in the music and all of that. If you one of the dudes that like the art, and if you rap, spit your shit, man. And if it's dope, it's gonna be dope. And just spit your heart out. That's it. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I love the change. It's all good.
You're right. And boom, like I said, like I'm with you, like 80% with you, but the other 20 is just on the portion, brother. Is just, if you're not going to be a student of history, then you're going to be a victim of history. And I think most of the kids, if they don't really go into the aspect of learning a lot what these brothers did, what the Master P's did, popping the trunk open, settling things independently. A lot of these, as the brothers, when they formed Rockefeller and they didn't sign a deal, they found a partnership and things of that nature. Or even what you're doing and what the other brothers with Money and Violence is doing. Let's say if I start mines, I'm not going to say, okay, I'm not going to check out what Boom is doing. I don't care what that nigga doing, because what I'm doing is popping right now. No, I need to know what my brother did so I can learn and then perfect my shit. That's my problem.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care what these brothers, these little brothers, they could do their thing, because I was a little kid and I thought I was popping, sounding like Jada and the Locks and shit. So I get it. I'm not taking that away from them, but I'm just saying on the basis of respect what came before you and learn from it, so that can help you with what you're doing now. And I see that's not happening with the young boys. The young boys don't want to hear nothing, and it's not even on the basis of the music. It's also on the basis of everything, on the basis of the street life. Like, oh, you condone that? You condone this dude doing this? Like, oh, he alright. He just raped that girl. Like, is that cool? Yeah, that's cool. He the homie. He the homie. Like, no, we can't live like that. That's not the homie. When I was a kid, we didn't accept that kind of behavior. Before that generation, they didn't accept that behavior. It's just certain things that we just have to understand and just have a code of conduct no matter the generation. We the only culture that don't live like that, brother. I'm not saying we got to follow everybody else, but we not going to be able to sustain ourselves without some rules and regs for each other. I'm not saying it got to be on the basis of us, some bigger dude in front of us telling us what we got to live and how we got to live, but it's just the way that we function. Like, if you see another brother, don't look to be his enemy. If you see another brother down, try to help him in some kind of way as best you can. I'm not saying pick that nigga up and give him everything you have, but if you got $1 and you know you could go to the ATM and get more, give that brother that $1 at that time. Help him out. If you know that brother hustling the videos or DVDs or whatever the brothers is doing, help them out, man, because it keeps them from the nonsense. Why my brother got to be out there selling DVDs and get his life taken in New Orleans? He shouldn't even have been out there. There should have been factories out there. It should have been jobs. It should have been something created for my people to keep him from having to succumb to that kind of lifestyle. He wouldn't have even been out there for them cops to be able to take his life, because he would have had something going on. The problem is we don't look at the root of the issue. We just look at the symptoms. Like, we just blame these niggas like, oh, it's their fault they getting killed. It's their fault they in the street. It's their fault they gang banging. It's their fault they drug addicts and all. No, it's because the opportunities are not there and they don't see people actually doing it. And that's why I say I applaud you 10 times more, because you did it, brother. You doing it. So little brothers can follow suit and say, yo, Boom did it. Like, what the fuck are we sitting here in this hallway doing nothing, smoking this same blunt, bro? Let's get out and do something. He did it, bro. He came from this hood, and that's what we need, brother. But please, boom, go ahead.
No, I agree. But I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm still, like I said, I'm still working, man. I'm trying like everybody else, man. We all in the same environment, man. It's all like Brooklyn. We all out here trying to get it. But like I say, that mentality. I just feel like I said, I can't stress that enough. It starts from the home, man. If the parents are not really on their kids about, like showing them how society is today and where it came from and what created the elements that we have today. If that's not getting taught at home, hopefully that child would one day meet somebody that they can get that from, and they would admire him and them enough to listen, because it's hard when it's not coming from home. I'm saying, so like everything that you were saying about, the dude that's selling the music and selling these CDs and all that, I mean, on the streets or whatever, and you got a person that walk by and have $1 in their pocket and won't give it to them. If you teach your child to be just charitable, like don't look down on a person that's down and out. Don't look down on a person that's struggling, because that could be you at any given moment. You know what I'm saying? And if you teach your child that, I think that child would resonate, and he will be with his friends or whatever, or he or she will be with their friends, and even if their friends are like not even on that same page, they're gonna always stand out, and that's just the right way to be, in my opinion. Like, you give to the needy. You know what I'm saying? That's I would want my kids to do the same thing. Like, like you don't look down on nobody, no matter what the situation. I don't care if they smoking, doing whatever. I don't care what they're doing or whatever. Don't look down on them, because you don't know what they went through. You don't know what brought them to that stage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that can always be you. You know what I mean? Not to say that you can be a crackhead, because, you might be strong enough, but you can be homeless. You can be a strong-minded person, and you can just lose everything, and it can happen. So don't ever feel like you're just better than anybody else. Just always have that, and I think it starts at home, though. I'm sorry, you got the kids. Like you said, the kids don't want to listen. They don't want to do their history, whatever. They don't care. Like, they make music right now. They don't care about the old school, whatever, or just in general. Like, they out in the streets, and they don't care about Martin Luther King. They don't care about the Nat Turner. They don't care about the people that brought them to being able to be free to walk outside. There was a time when you can't even walk outside. Like, you picking up a gun now and running around, but it was a time when you couldn't even walk. It was a time when it was a time when black people were not even allowed to read. If you're trying to be smart and read a book, you will get killed out. So, they don't know that. They really, because you can walk outside right now, you can just be free to do whatever you want, but there was a time when you couldn't do none of that. Time when black women, black men, couldn't even, every time when white women, they just couldn't vote. We had to go through all these stages to get where we are today. So we don't teach our kids what's going on. Like, God forbid, that shit will happen again. And I'm saying, you hear this kid like a thing in like the Jewish community, like what happened in the Holocaust, whatever. If we don't teach our kids what happened, it can happen again, and we will never allow it to happen again. And I'm saying, you can learn a lot from a lot of the other cultures as well. But if you don't teach your kids that, of course, you're gonna make it. If you don't learn from these people's mistakes, you'll make the same mistake, not even knowing that they made that mistake so many years ago. You then learned that not to do that, but you didn't know you had, whatever the case. So, I think it starts in the household. You know what I'm saying? Or if not in the household, hopefully that child will meet somebody they admire enough to sit and listen. But other than that, it starts in the house, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't change the world unless you start with your first world is your household. You got to change that first and make sure that that's situated, and you're feeding them with the right stuff or whatever, and then hopefully eventually they'll go out and see the world with them, what you see them. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
You so right. Boom. I just appreciate having this conversation with you, brother, because basically the images of black men not even being able to have a little dialogue like we having right now is obsolete. They believe every single aspect of us having communication with each other is on some basis like we're going to be violent to each other. So just in general, being able to conversate and have this conversation with you is powerful within itself. Brother, if there's anything you would like to plug, anything you would like to tell the people about in the conclusion, please, this is your platform.
Once again, I thank you for having me, man. I greatly appreciate the platform that you allow me to have. I love it, man. I thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, just tune into the show, man. We just dropped episode 6 yesterday, and we moving, man. Anybody, just log on and join, subscribe to the YouTube page, Respect Life YouTube page. You can join the Facebook group. It's called Respect Life, the series, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook under Boom Pacino, BOOM PACINO. And that's it, man. Yo, one love to the supporters, man. I thank you guys, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So that's first and foremost. I thank the supporters and the viewers. I greatly appreciate the love, man.
No problem. Boom. Thank you so much. You have a good night, brother. Much love.
Thank you too, bro. Peace.
All right.